Some of us may think that machine exercises are just useless, right? And it's not true actually. We have the leg press, the rear delt rows, as well as the chest fly machines, which are all great to focus in stretching the muscle and also training very close to failure, because I know that you do these exercises too. But of course, we all have our favorite exercise, of course. But as soon as we realize that it's not effective or it's not giving the best results, we tend to start changing exercises frequently, and we want to really avoid this. Looking for the best exercise so we can keep progressing in our goals. And the best way to avoid this is by choosing the right type of exercises. And this way you don't do that changing exercises all the time. And in this video, I will be showing you the 5 exercise machines that may even leave you some gains at the table. Because first of all, we have to understand and always understand the fundamentals of building muscle. So let's explain this first. When the muscles are stretched, they are in a higher mechanical tension, as you mostly know. Think of stretching or trying to use a resistance band, for example. You'll see that the longer you stretch that resistance band, is going to have more tension, is going to have more force. And the more tension it has, and our muscles have a similar mechanism too. And if we stretch our muscles, this may help in the progress of hypertrophic response when training consistently for the specific muscle you're training, legs, chest, whatever you're targeting. So this is one of the things that activates muscle hypertrophy. And that is why it's very important to do the full range of motion in our exercises. One of the things that you should always do, the full range of motion. Yes, you can do some lengthened partials, but that's an extra. So what is the problem with most machine exercise? Is the lower stretch length that this machine has. It has a shorter length of stretch, and so for this reason it doesn't give the stimulus to the triceps. Now if you do the same exercise, like the triceps kickbacks or the triceps overhead extensions on the cable, is going to be way more effective. Now that we have a clear view of what it's like to stretch the muscles, now the following part is to actually show you which are these 5 exercises on the machines that are not just worth your time and energy in the gym, because you may actually leave some gains at the table, as I say earlier. So for this reason, the first exercise is going to be... Alright, so let's start with the machine crunch. Now, what I don't like about the machine crunch is, first of all, is the lack of range of motion of this machine. I'm gonna show you right now the exercise, and okay, you start doing it, right? You put yourself in a comfortable position, you put the weight. I don't have too much weight, so I can demonstrate. And you get like this. Now, the problem is that the eccentric, you basically have like an angle of 35 degrees with your legs and your torso. That means that you're not fully extending your abs to around 0 degree, which is just a flat line of your body, like you were just flat completely on the ground. So the thing is that if you really want to focus on growing your abs, you need to like fully contract your abs. And I think this exercise is not the best one. Apart that it has a lack of range of motion, it also makes you use other muscles involved in this exercise, like the biceps. As you can see here, I'm doing like here, as you can see right here, the biceps, the lower back. And it's not convenient for you. If you really want to focus solely on your abs, do exercises that of course don't overuse other muscles, like the hanging leg raise or the captain's chair leg raise, which has your back fixed in a position, and also the cable crunch, which you can progress and do it slowly. But I think that this exercise, I don't recommend it, even if you have some injury, especially of your lower back. I don't recommend this exercise. But still, if you lack the grip strength or any other things, then yeah, this is a good exercise. But you really need to train close to failure in an RPE between 8 to 10, so this way your abs can actually grow, and of course doing it in a caloric surplus. All right, so see you in the second video, in the second exercise. All right, so the second exercise is going to be the hip abduction. Not abduction, because abduction in Spanish is, I learned like this: abduction, abrir, y adduction, cerrar, which abd and the abrir. Yeah, but I don't know how you guys, those who know anatomy, learn it in English. But this exercise for me is one of the most useless exercises for the gluteus maximus, which is the bigger muscle in the area of your glutes. because this exercise targets mainly the gluteus medius and the gluteus minimus, which is also two muscles that are like inside of your gluteus maximus, which also do the opening and closing of your legs. But the thing with this exercise is that, okay, you come here, and this is the funny part. You grab here and you do this in the weird position and start doing it like this. I know most women do this, but if you're a man and you do that, you're gonna look weird. Okay, nobody's watching. Don't do that, okay? You're not gonna target your glutes doing that position. In my opinion, there's way better exercise to target your glutes rather than the hip abduction. I think this machine is way better to do the adductions, which you start from here and then you close it like this, right? Because that's gonna focus on a muscle most bodybuilders don't focus, which makes them legs even bigger. Back to the point, you can do squats, you can do hip thrusts, you can do glute kickbacks, you can do glute side kickbacks, you can do banded lateral, I don't know how you say it, but it's the one that you have a resistance band and you do some lateral steps. That's amazing to target the gluteus maximus and gluteus medius as well. The thing is that this exercise also lacks the range of motion, so I don't think this is a best exercise for the glutes. And for this reason, it's one of the most useless exercises, in my opinion. If you don't agree with me, you can comment down below. But let's get to the third exercise. All right, so exercise number 3, or third exercise as you're gonna have, is the machine biceps curls. Now, I don't have any problem with this exercise. Now, the only thing that's wrong with this exercise is the fixed position that you're gonna have with your biceps, because your biceps have two main muscles, you know, the short head and the long head, right? So I'm gonna explain it in very simple terms. If you want to train your long head, you need to put in a narrower position, because your biceps will try to extend your arms away from you. And if you put it in the wider position, when you curl, your biceps will try to do this. So for example, in this one, you're gonna focus solely in the short head, because your biceps, when you curl up, are gonna focus on going into you instead of out to you, right? So if you have a problem, like in my case, I right now I have big biceps, but still I lack a bit more in the long head. This exercise is not for me, right? So you really want to focus in other exercises that focus solely on the short head or the long head, or both, which is way better. So you can do like incline curls, which I really recommend you do that. Also, you can do hammer curls in the preacher curl, which is also a very awesome exercise that I really love to focus on the length and precision. And number 3, another very good one, are the cable curls. You can do it in an N1 style, you can do it with both arms, you can do it in so many ways. You can also do it in a hammer position of your hands. Again, if you want to focus in a long head or a short head, I think this exercise is not the best for you. So try those other exercises that I mentioned, and see you on the 4th. All right, so the 4th exercise is gonna be the machine chest press. Now, you need to know which machine chest press, because I'm gonna try to explain it in simple terms. In this case, I'm putting my grip here, right? Now, your range of motion of your chest can go even back. If you put the grip here, it's gonna be way more harder to actually achieve that stretch, because as I explained earlier, you need to have more mechanical tension in these exercises. But if you start here, yeah, you can do the exercise, you can train your chest. But I just did this and I didn't even feel my muscles contracting and, you know, and stretching just a bit. But so you need to be aware of which one you choose and which grip you choose, because for example, if you put the neutral grip, I actually feel the contraction of my chest a bit better, and I can actually try to squeeze my biceps together rather than in this one. So always be aware of that. But in my opinion, there's way better exercises too, like the bench press, the dumbbell bench press, and the chest flies, the machine chest flies, than just doing this exercise. So choose wisely to put it on your team. And let's get the 5th exercise. And it's the one that you may disagree with me. You are seeing it right now, is the machine lateral pull downs. Now, the problem with this exercise is that you're in a fixed position. You can actually have a full range of motion, because I can't even reach. So I'm stretching fully my back muscles to reach it, which is great. But when you do the exercise, you're gonna feel it more in your lats, no matter what, because of the fixed position it has. So for that reason, I recommend doing the cable lateral pull downs instead, because you have more options with the cable attachments rather than just using one type of grip and that's it. Because if you use the cable attachments, You can put a narrower grip, a wider grip, supinated grip, pronated grip. You have all the options. It's up to you to do it. But if you just focus with one grip at a time, one fixed position too, then you may not target some muscles that you want to target, like the upper back. You want to target the upper back muscles as well as the lats here. I mean, the lat pull down, in his name, latissimus dorsi, but still you can try to hit your upper back too in the lat pull down, depending on which one. So again, I really recommend doing the cable ones first rather than this machine. Still, if you're limited, go ahead, do this exercise. If you're not limited, go to the cables. Trust me, you're gonna have way more gains.